This woman should be in jail. Literally, Hillary Clinton should be behind bars. And so should the people who worked for her who did this. This is so blatantly corrupt. She wanted to distract from her email scandal. She cooked up a plan to accuse Trump of being an Russian agent in order to distract from her own legitimate scandal. She made up a scandal about.
Yes, that is Obama sending out a wake-up call to Democrat. Yes, you heard him. You cannot just sit and watch. Obama is making news all around social media, but there is something more concerning. If you take a look at this, on July 31st, 2025, newly declassified docs, including an appendix to the DOJ in 2018 report, revealed that the FB under James Comey failed to thoroughly investigate Hillary private email saver and mishandling of classified info. The document alleged that thumb drives containing sensitive data, including Barack Obama's emails, were not properly searched. Additionally, intelligence reports suggested Obama administration attempted to downplay the Clinton investigations while promoting a false Trump-era collusions narrative to undermine Trump's 2016 campaign. We saw this today. Extremely concerning. Megyn Kelly blow up like never before.
What happens when the other side has repeatedly and abundantly made clear they are not interested in playing by the rules? It's a problem. And when that happens, we fight for what we believe in. There are going to be times, potentially, when one side tries to stack the deck and lock in a permanent grip on power, either by actively suppressing votes or politicizing the armed forces or using the judiciary, the criminal justice system to go after opponents. And in those circumstances, pluralism does not call for us to just stand back and say, well, I'm not sure that's okay. In those circumstances, a line has been crossed, and we have to stand firm and speak out and organize and mobilize as forcefully as we can. But even in those circumstances, it's important to look for allies in unlikely places. And too often we assume that people on the other side.
See, Obamacare was not the flex that liberals and Democrats love to say that it really was. Instead of it really being affordable, it destroyed a lot of people in the middle class. It destroyed a lot of small businesses as well. See, in 2013, right before the official rollout of Obamacare of 2014, almost 5 million Americans in the middle class received notices that their health care was being canceled. And since they made above the threshold of $48,000, y'all, which is still barely getting by, they did not qualify for government subsidies, so they had to buy their own insurance. And they didn't have a lot of options to choose from because Obamacare monopolized the system. It was now only very few companies that you can choose from. And those very few, if you did purchase them, your premiums and deductibles skyrocketed. Majority of the premiums and deductibles doubled. In some states, they actually tripled. People went from paying $500 to $1,000 more per month for health care. Tell me how that was affordable. Tell me how did it help? Because it didn't. It also attacked small businesses and entrepreneurs. See, the small businesses that were in process of growing and expanding, they had to pretty much put a freeze on it. Because any company that was hiring or had more than 50 employees, they now had to follow the new rules and they were going to pay much more to cover their employees. So instead, they stopped hiring, they started laying people off, or they cut your hours from full-time to part-time. I was one of those people. And guess what? The people that were or started to buy the new premiums, they couldn't continue to afford that. So what did they do? We found out that it was just cheaper not to have health insurance. And the decision of that, Obamacare, if you did not have health care insurance, they fined you for not having it. They fined you for not wanting to spend your money. Y'all remember that? Because I do. I do. So you had almost 10 million people that didn't have health care because they could not afford it under the new standards that was created.
Understand that this is actually what is going on, but a lot of people are not happy. Some says, "Oh, Trump will put this out, every single day. By the end of the day, he will do nothing." Under the comment section of this video, one guy posted this, calling, "I appreciate the update, but it is no frustrating knowing nothing will be done about it. Trump will tweet and cry, yet no one will go to jail." Collins replied, "Yes, very frustrating. I am shocked at times by how uninterested Trump is in getting to the bottom of important events. The Bola Assange attempt, for example, he was literally shot and seems to have no interest in finding out what exactly happened." So you can see exactly how people are not happy with him. He was literally, we saw what happened in Butler. We know absolutely nothing about Thomas Crew. I'm not the one saying this. I just decided to read out this comment because I highlighted it so you can see the minds of people. Not only him, there are a lot of people thinking this way.
Lie, and it appears they were only too happy to assist. That's what this scandal's about. Pieces of it we knew. New pieces are coming in by the day thanks to these declassifications. And it's downright shocking. Do not believe that there's no there there. The people who are saying that are wrong. They're wrong. What just broke today, like moments before it came to air, we're still getting our arms around it, was obviously provided to Michael Schellenberger before 2 minutes ago. And his Substack page, Public, that's the name of it, has a fantastic breakdown of what's in this new piece of information, the annex to the Durham report. You remember John Durham was the special counsel appointed under Trump to go through what had been done to him and try to figure out who did it, who helped, and whether anyone should be prosecuted. Well, even his information was not made entirely public. All right, now we reported that the Durham report, again, which investigated how this crossfire hurricane in 2016 investigation into Trump allegedly being an agent and or members of his team allegedly being agents got started. How did this massive fraud get perpetrated on Team Trump and on the American people?
Yes, I was not actually interested to report on this story, but when I look at even the mainstream media, how they are neglecting, in fact, they don't want to even talk about this. They have their own things to talk against Trump. It bothers me a lot because what is happening right now, Trump, it's like he's not interested into going after these people. Yeah. And this has actually sparked up a lot of fear on social media. People are not happy with this. I don't know the end result with what we saw recently about Obama. From that story to this one, maybe by next week we'll be talking about something different. I want to know your opinion about this whole situation. Please drop that on the comment sections. I want to appreciate people supporting me, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. If you notice, I don't always like to make the videos long. Yeah, I will end here. as of the short videos, at the end of this video, that is for the YouTube algorithm.
Somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you got
What a voice. I cried. But
Any barriers, don't mind, limitations.
so many rules.
My choices are mine. Making this easy. People line up for my advice. And you're walking away like I'm stupid. It's like, I've written books. I've given speeches. Line up.
It is to live in the White House.
Post this morning alleging that since I said
will prevail.
it also shouldn't be racial. 100
has been overwhelming. The lies and
not going to end.
He says, but what if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is 1 and 2.
Registration Act is
talking about
Term, and you will be very...
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
how bad is his reputation going to be?
It's bad.
I need to connect the dots.
Going to carry a level of weight.
No one hates America more